Hey everybody, thanks for checking back. Restored Hot Rods. Well, I got my little roll around cart done. I got my transmission jack done. Now I got nothing else left to do except pull this transfer case I've been talking about doing. It's leaking all over the place. The main leak is the dipstick isn't seated all the way in because an aftermarket dipstick didn't go all the way down, so I'll see if I can fix that. But it's also leaking in between the transfer case, and the transfer case adapter the transfer case mounts on. I'll show you a little bit underneath here after I get done amping myself up on coffee. Nectar of the gods. Oh yeah. Okay, let's look. Okay, so this being the transfer case, and it's leaking everywhere, but primarily, my flashlight here. But primarily, let's see, it's leaking, oil filter's leaking. Stuff. Right there, you see that? Right up in there. Yeah, it's leaking right in there. So these bolts hold the transfer case on. I slide that back. I guess there's a paper gasket in there I forgot, or didn't put in, or screwed it up when I did it, or something. But irregardless, whatever happened, it's my fault. So I'm going to wipe down all these drips and goos everywhere before it hits me, which I know it will. And move forward. So my first order of business is to see how well my lift is going to fit here. That goes like that. Let's see how this is going to work. Let's find out. I haven't unbolted it. It's still all bolted up. This thing is so awkward. Awk. The transfer case, that is so awkward. I knocked my light over. I got these legs here that I can adjust all around to make it do what I think I need it to do. I think. Okay. I don't think they're far enough apart. Here they are. All right, let me play with this a little bit, get it adjusted somehow, and I'll come back. I think. More than likely. If I'm not here, I'll be someplace else. Now, because this transfer case, I mean, it's big. It's like this big. And it's weird shaped. And I think it's, finally pick it up here. If I only pick it up on this point here, this point's gonna want to rock down. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna make a little bracket in here that'll catch this part of it back here and this part. Just try to support it. So I made a little template here, like that. That'll kind of support it. A little more safer. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to be dropping this thing and have it get away from me. Because I got nowhere to go. So I'm going to make something out of that. So I found some pieces of scrap metal, and it's just massive. It doesn't need to be that big, but that's how big it is. So this is sitting flat against here, and that catches that weight. And I put this ear back here to catch that. Back of the transfer case, it can't go anywhere, in theory. So I'll throw a strap over the top of it to strap it down so it can't slide anywhere. And take the rest of the bolts out. Already got the linkage off, shift linkage off. So here goes nothing. Well, okay, I got it out. It's a little wobbly. Got the scissor jack. It's got a little bit of to it, but it worked. Actually, it works pretty well. You see, I got like all kinds of transmission fluid up in here. This is real wet. Whether or not it's supposed to be, I don't know. I didn't film dropping that thing down because I didn't want to film myself getting squished. But it went pretty well. I was careful. I was super careful. I gotta see if I can get this thing out of the way so I can see what's going on up there. I think it's okay. It's a little iffy. That actually rolls pretty good. There, the jack's all the way down. And that's what I got inside there. Oh, light's right in the way. And that's what I got inside there. May have simply been, I made this gasket. I don't think so. But I made this gasket, and maybe the gasket just got so saturated. I just made it out of crap I had. That seemed to be. And those are the bolts that bolt to the transmission. Okay. Now I've got to come over here and bring the jacking tray over here underneath the pan, raise the pan up so I can take that bracket off. Okay, so I got this jacked up, I got this loose. See what's going on here. Hopefully it's just a gasket. Hopefully I just did something stupid. Chances are high. Magic 8 Ball says. Okay, last bolt. There it is. What did I do? Let's see. Well, there is a ring there. There is an O-ring there and it seems good. I don't see anything terrible. They got a dent right there in the bottom. I don't know if that's it or not. I seriously doubt it. Huh. Well, I don't see anything obvious. That's not good. Could this be cracked? Maybe. That goes. You can see I was making contact all the way along here, but down here it's all dirty. Maybe there's something wrong with that flange. It was on close inspection. Pointer here. You can see I was making good contact right there on the witness mark. Comes down around, but on the bottom it's all dirty. Then up there again, up to about here, it was making good contact. Huh. It was definitely leaking out of there. Don't know why. So it looks like I clean it all up and take a good look at it and put it back together, I guess. Just gonna get a really close examination here. Okay, and as per usual, so I pulled this off, changed the gasket behind it, changed that seal. I'm there, I'm gonna do it. And get this all tightened up. There was nothing wrong with this. I'm here, so I'm changing it. I don't know if I did last time when I put them in, but I did now. So tighten this stuff back together. This is leaking too, this yoke seal here, which I have a new seal for it, so I might as well do it now while it's out and easy. It's leaking. It was leaking a lot. That was on my list of things to do anyway, so I'm here, so might as well do it. So while I'm here, like I said, I'll change this seal. It's leaking pretty bad. Now first I got to pull this nut off of here. And they're usually tight as a bunch. Let's see. Oh, that's not close to being big. Uh-oh. Big socket time. All right. You may have seen this tool hanging on the wall. My son made this up years ago. It's for this. Is it going to work? I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully. Yes. Yes, it is going to work. When you're doing when you're setting rear ends, doing pinion preload, they need a ridiculous amount of torque. So he and his buddy made this up to get some leverage. So I kept it. So glad he made that. Thanks, Brian. Okay. Now I don't know how easily or hard this is going to come off. Oh, it comes off easy. Awesomeness. Whoa. Okay, it's coming out like milk. That's just nasty. That's gross. Let me think of some kind of ingenious way to drain this goo out. What to do, what to do. I know what I'm gonna do. I think. I think it'll work. Oh, that's gonna work. Nothing but the best. Yeah, now we wait. Okay, so I got the new seal put in. And looking at this yoke, you can see, I don't know if you can see or not. You won't be able to see it, it's too small. It's got some bad spots in it. It's got some grooves, but it's also got some gouges that are gonna leak. And that was a big leak. So I got one of these repair sleeves. Instructions, comes with a little installing tool. And what this does is this just goes over there, it presses on and gives the seal a new place to run. Now you can put that on there like that. Let's see, how far does that want to go? That wants to go down. You can probably tap these on with a hammer, but instead I'm going to use the press to put it on real quick. I changed my mind. I put a little bit of gasket adhesive on it. And I'm just going to tap it down with a hammer. That should be enough. There we go. That's all there is to it. Now I can reinstall it. That back on there. There was no washer on here. There we go. Tighten her up and I got it. Almost got it. I have to get my big tool out here so I can get some leverage on that thing again. All right, I can't get the tool down here. Oh, come on now. Gotta get the whole yoke in there. That kind of action. Nothing like leverage. There it is. This gets tightened down exactly a bunch and a half. There, bunch and a half. Precisely. Awesome. So that's all back together. So I got that seal replaced, speedy sleeve on that one. Got that seal replaced, and a new gasket on there. This surface is all cleaned up. All right. Now on with the transmission linkage. Now on with that cast iron adapter that goes on the transmission first. Okay. And I have thoughts for that. Okay, so I got that adapter reinstalled, cleaned up real good, new gasket, put a little bit of goop around both sides of the gasket. I couldn't see anything wrong. I guess maybe I used the old gasket over again because I didn't have a paper gasket, and I made one. So hopefully the combination of those things is what caused the issue. So I got that bolted up, let it sit for a day, and I'm on to the next thing. All right, my little lift worked really well. Putting the T-case back in place. I didn't film it because it's just too much going on. And then again, I'm worried about dropping on my head. This got to get that dipstick fixed. But I'm going to finish this first. So, I got the linkage up. I cut a floor in the hole bigger so I can get the linkage up and out, up above easily. And then I got to put a pin. I use an Allen wrench to put a pin in that neutral gate slot. The 3 holes you got to line up and adjust the arms. Because when I put it in, I just tossed it on. It certainly wasn't shifting right. So I'll do that next. As I get done bolting this last mount up here. And there we go. We're all done finally. That should take care of the leaks. Got the drive shafts back in. Linkage is adjusted. Blah, blah, blah. Turns out the major leak, I think I said earlier, was the dipstick isn't all the way in, so I may have to get one of those replacement dipsticks. But that's handled. A couple more things I got to do. Take care of that dipstick. That's not very interesting. And I think I got to rebuild the steering box. Now I don't know if I'm going to rebuild this steering box or buy a rebuilt one. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. I'm just about done with this for now. I'm going to bring the 51 in pretty soon. I got some new stuff ordered for that. That'll be exciting. Get it ready for spring. But until then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Hit notifications if you would. That'd be awesome.